What happens when Saenchai's opponent mocks him? He gets angry, and then he lands his most epic knockout. Most people don't know this, but if Saenchai did not finish his opponent with this kick, he would have lost the fight. After being mocked and becoming angry, Saenchai hunted for a finish. In fact, he kicked the opponent so hard that he hurt his own foot. After the fight, Saenchai said that if he didn't finish the opponent with this kick, then he wouldn't be able to continue fighting. You see, right before this kick happened, the opponent's disrespect made Saenchai angry. And if you didn't know, the shuffle is one of Saenchai's signature moves. It's a showmanship move that displays dominance. From the very start of the fight, Saenchai came out shuffling. The shuffle is meant to disguise an attack. Each switch serves as a feint. When done well, it doesn't allow the opponent to know whether an attack is coming from the left side or the right side. Saenchai shuffled for a good 7 seconds and the opponent had absolutely no answers. From there, Saenchai knew he could start going on the offensive. So he backed the opponent to the corner and fired a question mark kick that almost landed. The opponent then initiated clinch, and Saenchai climbed up on him and delivered a downward elbow. To his opponent's credit, he was able to throw Saenchai to the ground, which rarely happens. Then Saenchai pulled up his shorts, and you know things get serious for Muay Thai fighters when they do this. With a slight momentum gain, the opponent dared to mock Saenchai with some of his own shuffling. This made Saenchai both angry and serious, and you can tell this by his facial expression, as well as another immediate shorts pull. Look, he didn't just pull up his shorts with one hand, he did it with both hands.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Saenchai then followed up by walking down the opponent. Then he went for his signature jumping low kick, followed by another low kick into a high kick combo. The opponent had no idea what was coming towards him as Saenchai's kicks are nearly impossible to read. After an excellent sweep and knee, Saenchai started to press the opponent again. This time he was setting up a finish. He threw a jumping axe kick, which wasn't meant to land but to scare the opponent back into the ropes. With the opponent now cornered, Saenchai can now time a fully committed jumping attack. The opponent tried to blast his way out with a roundhouse and then a jab cross, but neither attempt worked. Saenchai started to bounce, which is what allows an elite striker to power up an explosive attack. The bounce creates a plyometric effect for more power, and instinctively his opponent knew something big was coming. With the opponent's back against the ropes, Saenchai closes the distance with a lead hand trap. This shuts down the potential for counters and controls the opponent's range. Then he raises his lead leg towards his opponent's lead leg, which makes the opponent think it's a low kick, making him reach for it. Saenchai's left hand then convinced the opponent it could be a cross and made the opponent slip to the outside, but doing so perfectly lines him up for a left high kick, making the opponent duck straight into the jumping kick. This is in fact something Saenchai learned from Somlak since the early days of his career, to disguise the kick behind the punch. Then when the opponent figured out it was going to be a kick, he couldn't tell where it was going. He thought it was going to be a middle kick, so he attempted to grab the middle with both arms. Knowing he was going to checkmate his opponent, Saenchai threw his jumping kick so hard that he launched himself into the ropes. It's no surprise that he had trouble walking after landing this epic kick. This is Saenchai's jumping scissor kick, and it's certainly one of his most epic knockouts of all time. Most people think Saenchai's dominance is just due to his speed and talent, but the truth is that his fight IQ is so much above the rest. This is something deliberately trained, and as you can see, it's nearly impossible to read his attacks. Each movement makes the opponent think that an attack is coming, and each movement disguises the true attack. This is what trickiness is about. He had used countless tricky techniques to defeat bigger opponents. I'm proud to announce that we've released a super course together detailing exactly how he does it. If you're interested in learning from us, check out the link in the description. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to watch another episode of Striking Breakdowns. I'm Lawrence Kenshin, and thank you for keeping our channel alive.